Alright. What is up? I don't know. Music maybe has to go down. I have to go down. Just let me know how the audio balancing is. I'm sure it'll be a little different when I'm in game too. I'll have to adjust it quick, but... Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Zed and Bunny. Appreciate it. Just waiting on, I believe, Doki the sub for LS to get into the lobby here. And then we should be able to get started. Well, we got some time waiting for him. What do you guys thinking? We got LS versus ABW. I believe that's Lost Streak versus Alaskan Bullworm. Who do you guys got for the W? And is it going to be 2-0, 2-1? What are we thinking? Blue Metal, the mid laner for LS, calling out that it's an ABW win and then leaving, not elaborating. Yeah, it's respectable. And I think out of all of the chatters here tonight, he has the biggest chance of... yeah, he has the most... He could make that a reality. He could make ABW win. I've been a Tangerine is the best jungle I know. Yeah. Yeah, pretty goated, for sure. I don't disagree. Zeter, I'm not surprised. Ride or Die LS. Both teams, awesome. Very handsome teams. Very, very good at League of Legends. I do have to go LS. Personally, there's a slight bias. I mean, I've had multiple of those members on my teams in the past. Some close IRL friends. Be tough to vote against them. And they did lose last week, but I think they had a tough opponent, and they still looked solid. So... There's a fire truck blocking the driveway of the sub here, apparently, which I had called out earlier. It's a little sus, because it's Doki who takes Ignite all the time forever, and he's claiming a fire truck is blocking his driveway, so I think there's something going on there. MPEX is saying we can just take the fire truck and push it somewhere else, which I think might just be the play. No, they didn't. Last week never happened. This is their first game ever. That's true. I'm just making shit up, to be honest. They're fresh off a week where they didn't do anything, so I think they're ready to go. Ellis got map capped by 5-man TP. I want to see some real performance this time. Yeah, I mean, what do you do into that? 5 teleports is too powerful. I don't know. That spell's broken. TP Smite Shyvana, that's a goated tactic originally created by these SDK, so I was graced with that on my team many years ago now. That was before it was unleashed, and it was even more powerful. You just ward one of their buffs, start at your buff, teleport to their buff, and then go back to your other buff. Boom, triple buff. Legit too easy. Hopefully I set up all my scenes right. I think I did. Yo, what is up, Slothpocalypse? That's MPEX, right? Or am I mistaken? Yeah, okay, that's a sick name. I was like 99% sure, but I wanted to be 100. You know, I couldn't say, oh, that's MPEX and be wrong. That'd be embarrassing. What's your old league name? I like that name. Sloths are pretty freaking sweet, dude. Doki gotta pull up, dude. I'm just yapping, and I have been for about 10 minutes. Just call everyone MPEX? I normally do. That's, sorry, Heart Zeta said that in chat, which I'm like 99% sure Heart Zeta's MPEX, but I'm not 100% on that. My dog Tier is freaking. Put him on cam? Honestly, probably can. Let's see. Intro. Here we go. Here. Now, I just went to the gym, so my arms are going to be weak, and he's heavy, but... Here, buddy. Oh. Yeah. Alright. Big dog. Yeah, he's like 80-something pounds, and I just worked out my arms. So that was a little brutal, but we got there. Dog. What up, Tier? No Doki yet. We got a pro Riven alert? Tears. Just big chillin'. Hey, Joe! I'm a big fan of you. Gotta hang out again sometime soon. What's up, Tier? Oh. I'm being pushed away. He really is. He's just posted up to it. If you can even hear, I have to shout around him. Alright, I better double check the lobby. Sorry, Tier. Good boy. Ugh. It was not worth it. Still not ready. Like, should have just done more Tier cam. But I ain't picking him up again. Is my mic still fine? It is like going up into the red. Maybe I have to turn it down a little bit. Did this get... How does the mic sound? It's showing red when I'm talking sometimes. Maybe. Oh, that seems fine. I don't know. Maybe it's being weird. Mic still seem fine. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Zed. What's up, tier? Dude, Doki straight up ganked by fire truck. This is insane. Doki's not in here yet, but I'm seeing some R's in lobby here. Let them know I'm ready. Oh, they're starting. We'll switch to draft. All right. So, oh, why is this? Oh, I know what's going on. Sorry, my. I bet you this stuff's gonna be messed up. That's annoying. I'm gonna try to fix a couple of these quick. Sorry. Fix these before it. Before it matters. Sorry about that, guys. Thought I had everything set up, but I was doing this while working, and apparently did not do this part. Oops. That should be good. We'll switch it back to draft. Hey, Kelp Smoker. Hey, Dakota. Hey, thank you, sir. All right, we'll get caught up here. Sorry, I'll try to speed run the draft I was missing. LS banning Set into the Cho'Gath ban by ABW, followed by Senna from LS, Fizz from ABW, Kindred from LS, and Aurora from ABW. Aurora, still a really... Actually, the patch did go through today, so Aurora did get hit decently well. Her ultimate was an incredible pick tool, but it's actually losing an entire second duration off each rank, which I'm pretty sure did hit today. So if that did happen, that is significant, and it also is a less far dash distance on the ultimate, so it's not as insane of a pick tool as it was. I think the champion's still good in a good blind. Nick's very good at it. He has a ton of games on it. I do think it would still be really solid, so I definitely get it. Fizz, classic Nick pick. He's been spamming that for at least last year, I feel like. Cho'Gath, probably. If I had to guess, that's a Slimer's pick. 900 Slimes in the top lane. And then on the other side, of course, JoJo, JWM, Set, classic ban. Senna, obscenely busted this patch if you aren't going to B1 it. Well, I shouldn't say very, very solid enchanter, though. Definitely worth banning if you don't plan on playing it or early picking it. And then Kindred, just an annoying champ. Most people can agree. I believe that is Sawdude on the other side, unless I'm mixing teams up right now. Kindred's annoying. Solid Kindred player. Totally get it. Amumu B1, very, very good team fighter. Great jungler right now. Super good clear. Annihilates grubs. Yeah, just a fast clear overall. Actually decently strong dueling level 1, or, early game. And, yeah, just a really solid pick. Jinx Soraka, very, very good scaling lane. Both those champions are very good right now. I do believe the patch went through today, buffing Jinx's attack speed growth. She is already good. Just even better now this patch. Soraka, very, very good enchanter. If you're going to ban Senna, that's probably the enchanter to pick with Senna off the table. A very good scaling lane, not a lot of pressure early from that 8-point bot lane of ABW, but they can still do a lot. Braum Ashe, Braum a little interesting because you are into an enchanter. Normally Braum is a very good reactionary pick to hard engage characters like a Nautilus, like Leona, because they go in, you block most of the follow-up damage, you get a follow-up stun on them, you have a good chase down from that. So a little weird. Braum Ashe is a good duo, but I do think Braum not as good of a reaction pick when you see the Soraka. I'm not a support player, though. I could be wrong. I do think Ashe is very solid, regardless of some recent nerfs. Warwick, which I believe will be going jungle. I would have to double-check. I think they also, if Sawdude were to go top, I think he would play it up there, too, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be JoJo top, Warwick jungle, saving R5 for top. Ahri is in R4. You're going to have to blind one of your solo lanes here. Ahri is in my opinion, the most blindable mid lane, especially with Aurora getting nerfed this patch. There's not really any matchup where Ahri is into where she just can't do what she wants to do. Her Q is free shove. She can just shove the wave, roam around. I do like the Yone. That's a good answer. Ahri is known for not having the highest DPS mage in the game. She does have a lot of good catch. She actually just got buffed this patch, so if you're landing your E, it could actually be tricky for Yone. He's going to have to play around that very well. The Heimerdinger is a bit wild. I like it, though, because you do need some magic damage because you're getting that Yone mid. But I do think with Ahri's relatively lower damage, though, we'll see. She did get, I think, 10% AP ratio on her E as well as a flat extra 10 per rank. I do think you're still going to max it last so that the ratio is the main thing here, so it might not be a huge deal. If she's landing the E, she could still have some kill threat here. If she's not, Yone almost always goes Doran Shield, Second Wind. You're going to rush a Blade of the Ruin King. You can take bad trades a couple times with a Vamp Scepter and the D-Shield Second Wind, and you just take a couple bad trades as Yone, and you just heal up and the Ahri doesn't as much, and then you have a kill threat. Of course, Ahri is very mobile, so a little less tricky to get those all-ins on her, but Yone's definitely a champion that can do it. A stray Q3 lands, you can ult off that. No reaction possible from Ahri because she'll be knocked up if you do it immediately. Smolder top into the Heimerdinger, I don't love that. I know JoJo really likes Smolder top, and I don't think it's even a bad pick these days, but it's almost always used top into like things like Ornn, like these tanks where you can sit there and just hit them and stack off of them. I think overall draft, it's tough to say. This side has a ton of, well, there's a lot of mobility here. Smolder actually has a decent amount of mobility. Soraka and Warwick's going to be pseudo frontliney because as long as they can't get on the Soraka, the Warwick's going to be drain tanking like crazy and getting Soraka heals. If Jinx and Soraka and Smolder can scale up without a lot of threat, I would say if this game's even at like 20 minutes, it's going to look really rough for LS, but they do have a lot of tools. I don't love the Braum reaction to the Soraka, but I think there's so much CC here and so much chase down that they actually do have a pretty good shot of getting an early lead. And if they do get an early lead, you've got Braum, you've got Ashe, you've got a Mumu, even a Heimerdinger ulted E. You have a lot of catch tools and like a Yone ult, Yone Q3s. You have a lot of ways to accelerate, and I would love to see LS accelerating the game early. They do also, worth mentioning, they lost their 2 second-round bans because of a last-minute non-rostered sub today within 24 hours of the game. Alright, sorry about that. I had to get caught up on draft, and let's pull up while we're just getting the in-game stuff now, the spectator delay, so let's see. Oh, there we go. I'll go over the keys to victory. I made those. Tried to do the thing. So, obviously presented by Budweiser, of course, as we all are aware. For LS, I said, get blue medal, the mid laner for LS, on a champion that can have early game agency, and he can start a snowball for his team and try to be an anchor for the early game, allowing bot to scale. This game, they do have Ashe Braum bot lane, which isn't exactly what I was expecting from them. I thought, Jamie Jubilee is generally a fan of the more of like hyperscalers and stuff, like, the Jinx, the Kog'Maw. Of course, Jinx was already picked, but Ashe is actually pretty good too. So my second point was going to be get a safe scaling bot and try to mitigate the lead that the 8-point bot lane will probably get. So just try to go as close to even as you can on a good scaling comp, and then, have Nick in the mid lane to basically try to, be something that the jungler and everyone can play around early, and so you can stall some Drakes. And in this game, since they have a Smolder top, you can probably be getting grubs early, I would hope. You're definitely going to want to be... The thing against Smolder, though, is you do want to stack Drakes early so that the Smolder... You have a win condition earlier against the Smolder, so the Ashe Braum isn't bad there. If a Braum Q lands, you can really chase them down, so hopefully they do that. 3, use the strong top triangle to get an early advantage. Doki is a sub coming in, but Nick is a 6-point mid laner, and I believe 900 Slimes is a 4-point top laner. That's a lot of points up there, and hopefully they can use that and get some advantages going early on up there. ABW, I had drafted in a way that supports a strong side bot, which you can definitely play Enchanter and still strong side bot. They have Warwick, who is good early. I don't think they didn't do this. I think they can still definitely strong side bot. Sometimes, you'll argue like, well, you'll want like an engage tank or something, so you can really go in. And yeah, they don't have like the greatest setup, but Warwick could, just basically off flash cooldown and off ult cooldown just try to go bot a lot. But otherwise, their bot's going to scale up really well this game if they want to play for elsewhere. But I don't know where else you play for, because you have, I guess, Ahri mid, but you have a Smolder top. That's not a good gank. A Smolder into Heimerdinger, so you're not going to want to gank up there. In fact, I think Heimerdinger would want you to. And then Yone mid is an okay target to gank, but if he's playing good, it's going to be tough to gank him. And Soraka, Jinx don't have great setup. But then for point 3, I had thought of something, but I crossed it out, and I just said, don't let Niner Slimes cook, which he's Heimerdinger. He's kind of cooking. All right. Now we'll swap over to in-game. That did hit indeed. Oh yeah, now we got the 3-minute delay anyways. Oh well. Do this quick. Heimerdinger looking very strong this patch. Yeah. Alright. I guess I'll let Trevor's music play for the last 2 minutes here before the game starts. Alright, what are we thinking now that we've seen draft? Any predictions? I'd be surprised if Joe thought Heimerdinger is going to lose, so... Richie also looking... Oh! Whew, making me blush. I think if Ellis has a chance, destroy mid-Ahri. You're saying, like, that for them to have a chance, they need to get a lead on, like, against the mid-Ahri, you're saying, if I understand correctly? I would agree that they definitely are the ones that are going to want to get a lead early. I will say Yone and Mumu could make stuff happen late game with, like, an Ashar. I'm assuming Jinx will, but if Jinx doesn't have Cleanse, that could be a really big problem for them, but it'd be very surprising if Jinx didn't have Cleanse. Yeah, I agree. I think the Ahri will be a point... Especially pre-6 on Ahri, if you can get an Amumu bandage on with a Yone having a Q3 prepped or something, or even just Yone doing Yone things, hitting E and right-clicking you and hitting some Qs, might be able to just take her down or at least get a flash return before 6. Yeah, I think that'd be a really good avenue. Heimerdinger, I think you kind of want to just let him do his thing. Hopefully he can poke out Smolder a bit and not let Smolder free farm. I'm a little concerned about that, but I think Heimerdinger should be able to get some poke down. And then Ashen Braum is a very solid lane. Yeah, I forgot it's Doki and Mumu, so we might be seeing the Ignite. I could see a Mumu Ignite gank on the Ahri, like level 3. I think that could actually go crazy. In terms of ABW, though, yeah, again, they have a very, very strong bot lane with 8 points. Trevor had recently said that I believe really bad Zed's support is, well, really bad, I believe. So, I don't know. We'll see. I thought it looked fine before, but... Alright, we're getting into game here. Assuming it loads. There we go. What do we got for mastery here? I don't want to brag, but I just gifted Blue Metal this High Noon Yone skin, so he's probably playing it for me. So, sorry everybody else. Oh, ain't no way. Doki's got the teleport Amumu. He betrayed me. He also said it was Wednesday when I asked who he was going to play in the jungle, so I thought we were maybe going to get a Gwen jungle, but I guess not. Ghost on the Warwick, that makes sense. We do have Cleanse on Jinx, which I think you're griefing if you don't take here. Wow. Mastery 50, level 51 on the Amumu. Doki kind of sick with it. I'm going to have to... See, this is what's cool, is I have to turn down my mini-map scale because it blocks the timers, which is awesome. I think everyone's lined up right. Nice. Yeah, alright, Soraka's got heal. Jinx Ghost, everything looks pretty normal. I don't see anything unexpected. We are looking at a level 1 here. I think hopefully they can get a Q. Nice Q onto the Soraka. Ashe gets the slow Braum Q. Don't flash here. Does accept their fate. Goes down. Ashe First Blood. That's about the best start you could ask for there. That's really good to get that Ashe ahead. You're going to need to. You do not want... Oh, also, it is really bad Zed mid. Did they... Oh, I think they're using a rostered sub. I didn't realize that, which I should have because I was in the lobby. But I think they normally have... Unless I'm mistaken, I think it's normally Bromstein mid and really bad Zed support. So I guess they were swapping things around a little bit today. But still really solid. That Jinx Soraka lane makes more sense now. I was kind of surprised to see Bradley wanting to pick the Soraka so early, but I think it is one of Danny's picks. So that makes more sense. A little bit of poke onto the Smolder. Looks like pretty normal starts. I wish Ashe would have recalled. I think they got a kill early enough where Ashe could have recalled and not missed anything. You don't need to leash these days. This is something that you guys should be telling your junglers if you're bot lane and they're asking for a leash. It is just like 90% of the time it is just not necessary and you're kind of griefing yourself. You just shouldn't leash. And if you do leash, don't do more than like 3 auto attacks. So I think Ashe should have just recalled, spent her money, not leashed, went straight to lane, and they should have looked for a trade sitting in this bush here. I think that would have been the most correct play there to take advantage of the really good level 1 they had. Alright. Yeah. I appreciate the confirmation. Yeah, I was pretty sure Ryan mid normally and Bradley support. So what are you guys thinking? I mean, now we kind of got that level 1, so it's a little bit cheating, but are we still same predictions? Any hot takes or anything? Oh, nice charm landing onto blue metal, but Mumu is here, and that's just Yone right there as the charm lands and you still kind of win the trade. 900 Slime's in trouble here, does kite to his turrets, but I think he's going to go down. He gets a nice trade onto Smolder, chunks him out a little bit, but Warwick is able to get a gank early enough where Heimerdinger's not set up enough to, you know, turn it around. More TP equals more win. I mean, so far this season, I think you're kind of right. They do get the flash out of Ahri, another repeat gank from Doki. Kind of wish I had seen his Ignite jungle here, especially into Warwick. Another nice charm from Bradley. Nice trade, though, back. Yone is just that bitch. I don't know. He just, like, hits E and right-clicks you, and every mage loses the trade, even if they land all abilities. Pretty cool. And then even if you, like, technically lose the trade, you just have fleet footwork, whatever, the one absorb life. Oh, nice gank again from Saw Dude. The Unstoppable does have to flash away, though, because the E was going to hit him and give the fear. Nice little trade back. Gets the Warwick Ghost, but does have to flash, of course. A lot of action in that mid lane so far. I like to see this aggression early on Warwick, too, because that is one of Sawdude's mains, and you don't see it much in Beer League. And it is a champion that generally wants to be putting, you know, kind of just fighting right away. And sometimes people don't do that in Beer League, and I think you kind of need to be if you're playing Warwick, so that's looking good so far. How's the audio, by the way, now that we're in game? Is it still... It looks like it's probably fine, but it'll be my last audio check, because if this is good. Awesome, thank you. Smolder's looking like they're able to clear out the turrets pretty easy, so maybe it's an okay matchup. Ahri did teleport back, does have the shop advantage here. Get a nice trade onto Yone, however Yone does have teleport up himself, so he's going to be able to just reset. Turrets helping clear up, keep some prio here, but it gets cleared. I'm assuming the turret kills do actually give Smolder a stack if last hits with Q on those. So maybe that's a little something, but yeah, I don't know, maybe Heimerdinger just can't pressure this enough. We'll see. Curious about that matchup. I don't think it gets better for Heimer. But maybe. Heimer's also like, if you're set up and you have turrets set up, and you land like a stun W or alt W, you can just like one-shot someone and they don't expect it. Yeah, this is like Ahri's just so safe, but I do think Yone scales very well, so I don't think either mid laner's upset about this lane going slow. Hey, let's go. We got a primer by Ben himself, creator of the League of Vermillionaire. What's up, Ben? Yeah, I'm popping. Yeah, currently on a 1-month streak. Freaking crazy, dude. Subbing out of his mind over here. Shield to block the zap damage. Farm pretty even bot lane. In fact, it's going to be just one off after that wave gets collected. This is what I'm talking about. The Amumu grub take is just gross. However, Heimerdinger late on the rotate. Doki in trouble. He can buy some time. Heimerdinger's on the way. Oh, really nice Yone ult. He's going to turn this around, though. For sure, Warwick going down. Beautiful ulti from Nick on the Yone. Champ is not balanced. Heimerdinger still has ultimate up. Low, but, I mean, he could get like a... Oh, don't die! Don't be in the middle of that! Oh, nice flash. I think the center hit might actually kill there. Might look a little grief on the Heimerdinger flash, but I think it might actually be necessary there. We see an invade going on. Smolder onto the Amumu. Smolder, no mana, but Doki is super low. Needs to get under turret. I think still risky. Has to hit the Q, but yeah, you just buffer the Q from Warwick, and it's free. Nice follow-up from Sadu to get back there with the Warwick speed up from W on a super low health target. Takes a turret shot, but soaks a good chunk of it with the W damage. Actually, it looks like another one might have came through. Got chunked pretty good. Yone got his Berserker Greaves, which is for some reason, a super big spike on the champion. Sadu should hit level 5 here, I'm guessing. Yeah. But they're on Drake, which is what I wanted to see. I wasn't 100% sure. They do have a scaling bot on the side of ABW and a Smolder top. So like, you definitely want to apply pressure and get those Drake stacking as early as possible. You don't want the game to drag on with the infinitely stacking Dragon, you know. And yeah, no, the Jinx Soraka bot lane. The only thing is like there isn't like a, oh, hold that thought. Nice Q from Braum, gonna get the stun onto the Soraka. And I think unlike most, oh, hold that thought too. We gotta see what I'm talking about though. I don't think he's gonna kill Warwick, but gets a lot. Oh, he does kill Warwick. Really bad. Oh my god, there's just fights everywhere. Really well done by LS, picking up 3 across the map for just Heimerdinger. Oh, like I say, now 3 for 2. I don't think they want this smoke, but maybe no. Oh, nice cleanse, nice cleanse. I get why he's not turning. Oh, Impex hasn't shopped. Never mind. They definitely want this smoke. However, Soraka and Warwick are both absolutely rolling down here, and I believe Jamie's going to go down Jubilee. Warwick has ulti, he has Ghost, he is going Mach 7. Oh, Braum does tank it. Braum can maybe have enough mana for W? Does W, but oh, shut down. He's going to get the double. Yeah, a little bit of an overstay and overchase, but I get it. I saw the vision. The Jinx does flash and live with just 1 hit left. Tears. What's up, buddy? Alright, but yeah, like that Heimerdinger, like I was saying, he gets ganked, he's got his turret set up, he puts down the big turret, and since Heimerdinger's not that popular, maybe I'll explain for people who don't know, his turrets just shoot like normal bullets, but then they'll build up a laser charge, and that does a lot more damage. And you'll see a little bar above all of them. See that light white bar that's slowly filling? If you land your E, which is your grenade, your stun, that will fill up the laser completely on all of the turrets nearby, and when your W lands, for each rocket that hits, I believe it fills up a chunk of it. So if you land a full W, I believe it's basically another one. So you can see sometimes Heimerdinger will turn where he's got his turret set up, and someone walks in, and that's where like so much of that damage comes from. An really nice trade here. Q3, W, does get charmed though out of the last Q, so pretty even trade. But that's where you'll see a lot of this damage come from, is he'll have 3 turrets in his mega turret set up, get the stun into a W, and that's like 2 rounds of lasers off of the 3 turrets in the mega turret. So it's like sometimes you'll think like Heimerdinger just feels like he's not doing any damage, and then you just explode, and that's what's happening most of the time with him. Doki ready for these grubs on spawn. Sawdude actually a level up on him. Yone ult barely misses, but they are chasing him down. The Q misses. They're going to have the Yone Q3, though. I'm not sure. He doesn't look like he has E yet. There it is. So Soraka ulti comes down, though. That could turn this. Miner Slime's leaving. He does have ulti up, though. I think he's got to be trying to help here. Doki goes down. He does drop the big turret. Should be going down on Sawdude. Teleport from really bad Zed. He might just be able to pick everyone up here. He gets an extra ulti charge. Oh, but the charm hit a turret. I think that's the charm, or maybe it's just an auto, but charmed, I'm sure. Wow, this game's been going crazy. And also, shout out Sawdude. 7 out of 8 KP on the Warwick in 11.5 minutes. Just been absolutely everywhere, making it happen. Still decent farm, and I know it's a comfort pick, but like showing why you might want to ban it away from him, even though it's not a typical beer league champion. Going to get the execute on that. You still get XP as Heimerdinger, so it doesn't feel as bad, but obviously you'd like to get kill credit there, ideally. But well done, heads up play from JoJo to get executed there and deny the gold. Dang crazy fight. Yeah, it is. You're going a little crazy. Yone, so Ahri no ultimate. Does have flash, but Yone does have potential to get the flash here. Braum hovering. Oh, the beautiful Ashar. I think if you're Braum, you ulti here, but I guess no, she doesn't. Well, she does have flash, so I think it's fine. Obviously, it worked out good. But I think maybe Ahri could have flash W'd and with her charm potentially got out, but I don't know. I definitely get not ulting there and saving it. Really nice roam, though. Really nice Q connect onto the Ahri to pick that up. And really nice cross map from the Ashe. Jamie sick with it. I don't know if it would be considered cheating, but I know he's got one of those, you know, he drew like a little red dot on the middle of his monitor, so he knows where to aim with those. He doesn't have to use his scope. I don't know if it's fair. I probably shouldn't have said anything, but no. JWM still stacking a week later. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Ched. Also, hey, certified Ched head here. Yeah, no, he, big fan of those stackers. That's for sure. A lot of Smolder, a lot of Nasus. Jamie is a menace on Rust 1v1s. He really is, dude. Amumu with the nice CS right now. 201 Yone, by the way, though, has his, like, really, like, Yone is basically fully online now. Really nice ulti, but they don't have their smite there, so this is, well, he's working on getting there, but, you know, their smite wasn't in range. So, I'm trying to buy time. Sawdude just living on that knife's edge. That's where, you know, the Warwick, the Soraka, they're really going to need heal cut right away. This fight's going crazy. Jamie going in. He might be able to pick up really bad Zed, but the heals from Soraka, they really need to get some heal cut going, and I think it's got to be... because the thing is Heimerdinger's not going to be grouped, right? Yone's not the best applier. He doesn't enjoy more Reminder. I think Ashe legit just has to buy... Braum also sucks at applying it. If he gets a Thornmail or Bramble Vest, like, people have to hit him. It's not impossible, but, you know, Soraka... You know, she's me pumping... People aren't going to be trying to hit the Braum. I might have said Braum, I don't know, but... yeah, I think Ashe just needs to go pit stop at an Executioner's here, like, right now. Yeah, I agree. I think that Thornmail and Bramble, maybe not Bramble, even though I think it would be fine if it did, but I think Thornmail should for sure apply it on CC. I think it's kind of, I don't even think kind of, I think it is just objectively the worst Grievous item, because it's like the only one that's, like, you don't get to determine how it works, the enemy does. Really nice catch here. He does have the giant blast cone, so he actually might be able to get out. Doki's here. I don't know if he's got another Q. Warwick trying to heal up. Blue Metal gets the WQ. He's 3-0-1 on the Yone. Very strong. Flash from Mpex away. Really nice pressure down from the bot lane. Jamie should pick up those fruit up there. You'd get a big, huge shield, a bunch of health back. Oh, nice collect from the Braum to stop that Jinx rocket while he's full health. But yeah, you see... Jamie could have grabbed these plants. I do get why he didn't, but I think you could have stayed and fought if you grabbed them. But I also get not wanting to walk up that way, and, you know, it's a little sketchy. So, but I think you were close enough. You probably should try to grab them, and that turns that around a bit. Gives you the chance to stay and pressure them off a wave. Looks like Doki might be taking the Herald here. Really good objective control. I mean, Alaskan Bullworm does have one of the Drakes, but 6 Grubs and now the Rift Herald as well as 1 Drake over to the side of LS. Jinx, though, is 203, 200 gold bounty, has the Infinity Edge, skipped the Kraken Slayer, which is the quickest way to scale up. Kraken Slayer, people still build it on her, but after the nerf to like 80% effectiveness or whatever on ranged, it's really not performing as well. I think, honestly, on Jinx, it does just benefit you to, most of the time, just skip it. I think the going full crit just scales you up so fast. Unfortunately, getting, I believe, Charmed in or at least slowed. Might go down here. Is walking out, but the Jinx R does collect. But really nice ulti from Doki. A follow-up ulti from Yone picks up the Ahri there, but Jinx is thangin'. There's also that lethality Jinx build, so that's something you can do too. For people who don't know, that's kind of weird. But I think it's Collector then Opportunity, but it might be Opportunity then Collector. Nice dodge. Fancy feet on the zap. Keeps Nick alive. Keeps that shutdown out of the hands of Jinx, which is very important. I feel like a lot of this game hinges on which of these carries gives over the shutdown first. However, I do give the scaling advantage over to the side of ABW for sure. The one downside is that their only frontline is Warwick, so they do have a frontline disadvantage. However, I think Smolder kind of cuts through Braum and Jungle and Mumu later, so it does hit a point where Jinx Smolder just kind of make a Mumu paper, I think. Especially since Mumu's doing good, but, you know, not exactly ahead of the curve, and does have a Faded Ashes Bombies, which is a little weird. Didn't full commit to either item. I think you want to finish Leandry's or finish your Bombies item, or at least just pit stop at Bombies and then probably go full tank, because I don't think you need to go Leandry's this game. You have Ashe, Yone, Heimerdinger. So, I don't know. I think you probably just go like Bombies and then start building full tank. But Zeta is so hungry. She's something, dude. Oh god, Jinx is already IE Phantom Dancer. That's looking rough. This Jinx is going to be a menace. Someone's got to get... So Heimerdinger did get heal cut, but like, I feel like Heimerdinger is just going to want to be pulling people to a side lane and playing like that. So I think someone that's not Heimerdinger needs it, and I think the best person for it is Ashe. Her volley applies it very well to everybody. Does not mind getting Mortal Reminder at all. It's a very solid, cost-effective item right now. Oh, really nicely done. Does get the ulti in flash from Ahri. Should be able to collect a kill next time he has a ulti up, potentially anyways. We'll have a lot of threat Ahri left to play very safe if she's matching Yone. Smolder coming down. Smolder's also got to be careful. Does have flash up, but... Oh, it gets tagged. This actually... Oh, Yone's not rotating yet, so Smolder's going to be fine. But I think if Yone is close by, you could E and stack up that Braum passive quick. Drake up there going to want to fight for it. We get a teleport coming in, I believe. Oh my god, that's Doki. I was wondering who that was. Really nice ulti. The catch on the Soraka is actually huge because they don't have enough heal cut yet. A nice catch onto Jinx, who has to burn Cleanse. Does get tagged by the Braum, but nice return damage coming in. Blue Metal looking. Stacks up Q3, has to snap back to reality. You know, and Jinx are coming out huge. Picks up the Heimer, gets the reset. Jinx and Warwick zooming in. Ashe trying to kite back. Braum with the nice shield and jump, but might be too little too late. This fight's looking really close, but the Jinx is just so strong. They're going to play a safe. Oh, maybe a little overstep from the Smolder. No, does E out. And Ahri looking full health. Does have ulti, so they're going to have to go ahead and give this Drake up, which does feel bad when you're against a team that I do believe personally scales better. Get some cheesy bread. Oh my god, cheesy bread go crazy. They're going in. I looked away for a second because I got distracted by cheesy bread, and this is going on. I think, yeah, both dead, unfortunately. Well played by a really bad Zed. Really good Ahri. If it goes late game, though, Warwick will be trash, right? So, and I could be wrong. I don't play a lot of Warwick these days. I think Warwick is weird late game, but I don't think he's trash. I think especially with the... Oh, well, hold that thought. They're just trying to focus down the turret. Doki's running away, which is correct. Nothing else should happen here, really. Unless Doki walks up like that, he might just die now. Yep. Can't be doing that, but So I think Warwick's, especially since this one's super accelerated, has been doing well. But I think even a Warwick that's even... Oh, nice Ashar, hold that thought. Gets the follow-up onto Soraka, which is really important. Yone does go down, though, and gives a big shutdown. Oh, I don't see it in the chat, but I thought it should have been a shutdown. But anyways, so I think Warwick can play fights, right? He's a little weird with it. He likes, obviously, duels and skirmishes more than he likes straight-up team fights. You can make the game chaotic, or you can just play... I mean, you got, like, the Stride Breaker. Now he's going kind of tanky, and you have Soraka buffing him up. I think a good third item for him after a Thorn Mail, if he is completing the Thorn Mail, I think a good third item would be a Spirit Visage. He has a lot of healing himself. There's double magic damage threat on the enemy team with the Liandry's, a Mumu, and you're going to buff up all of the healing from the Soraka. So I think if he goes a Spirit Visage third item, he's actually going to be very tanky in this comp, and there still isn't, unless Heimerdinger's hitting him and he's not, you know, side lane or something, the only way he's going to get Greavy supplied is if he's purposely hitting Braum, which he won't be normally. So if Heimerdinger isn't there, the Warwick's going to be, like, really, really tough to kill this game. I think Warwick can for sure struggle in team fights, but there's ways around that, right? Like, you can do a lot of, like, 1-3-1, you can do a lot of chaotic stuff, you can try to look for picks, you can sit between lanes and try to pull the team apart and make them, you know, come to objectives and, you know, look, yeah, there's a lot of ways around it. And I don't think Warwick's the worst team fighter, especially if you build him more like this, where he's going to have some durability. He can be disruptive for sure with his ulti and his fear, and the fact that he's a damage threat. And the Stride Breaker actually adds to that, where you can AOE slow people, it speeds you up. And I'm not a Warwick player anymore, so I could also be a little off on my read on it. But I think he can play the late game fine. But yeah, he's not a team fighter like a Mumu. Like you're not picking him to team fight for sure. You should be. Honestly, I should be. Warwick mid, that looking crazy this patch. Also, Yone's got Infinity Edge, so that's going to be a lot of damage if you can get on anyone. And I don't think it's bad here, because I think you kind of want to be able to carry, and you want to be able to one-shot the Jinx, hopefully. Warwick is hovering. There is actually, because Yone is a disgusting champion, there's potential for an outplay here. Warwick needs to not land ult, though. Oh! Okay, well now it doesn't matter. He just wins anyways. Very well done by Nick. By Blue Metal. Warwick's going to get the fear. He's going to snap back, though, in Q3. Oh, he's still got the Q3 going. Ashar, they could Baron, realistically. I think Nick could teleport up and they could rip it. I don't think they're going to, but I think it wouldn't be a bad idea. And then you just have Yone Q3, you know, EQ3 onto the Jinx or the Soraka immediately if they try to contest. I guess one downside of that, though, is your Mumu did go Liandry's Bombies, so they are kind of papered to the Baron, and you don't have an enchanter to keep them alive. Braum could tank it a little bit, but level 10 support Braum's not exactly going to be the best Baron tanker. I would agree, Slamrai. It's all about how you play him. Doki getting caught a little bit, does have to execute on Smolder now, so the game's just got a lot hard. The game got a lot harder. Shutdown, though, onto the Yone, who is looking strong. Nice dodge on the Jinx R, but the zap does connect. Oh! Braum is here, but Heimerdinger said see ya. Did not return the favor, but I think that's fine. You don't want to both die there. It's a noble sacrifice from Braum. If Yone or Ashe, but I think Yone specifically can get the Jinx shutdown, that would be really huge. I think if the Jinx shutdown never goes over to someone, never goes over to one of the two carries, this game's probably doomed. But if a Yone can get a 1,000 gold influx when he's already pretty strong, that can legit just be crazy. Items have gotten too good, yeah. Which luckily next season, next split, apparently just about like 90-something% of the items in the game are just getting nerfed by like 15 to 20% or more, so which is honestly good. My boy Reese has had this thought for a while now, where it really does feel like a lot of times you aren't playing against champions, you're playing against items like you fight someone and die, and Blade of the Ruined King did like 2,000 of your 4,000 health, and you're like, that's cool. Or Sunfire Cape did, you know, 1,500 damage, and you have 3,000 health or whatever. Does more damage than the champs themselves. Really nice cross map. Ashe ult again onto the Soraka, who's trying to run, is getting away, but Yone is here. Is he able to pick up? That's so important. Yep, Ashe gets the Jinx shutdown. That's really, really good. That accelerates Ashe, puts them back in the game. I think that they just run Baron here. But again, well, I think Amumu has more tankiness now, and they're looking at it. Honestly, though, I think it's fine. People are recalling bot lane. Okay, you are getting a teleport up there, though. But you do have the Chemtech Fruit to give even more shield and stuff. Jinx does have ulti when she comes up. Oh, this is... If he gets him, that's such a big catch, but the fear should allow Warwick to live, but that does zone him out, makes him low. Oh, 900 Slimer's going crazy with the Heimerdinger. Slimerdinger. Oh, but Blue Metal gets just about one-shot by the Ahri Smolder combo. And that Baron no longer a possibility here, unless ABW overextends. But they just want to, realistically, unless they get a pick and get a free Baron, like a basically no-risk Baron, then they would take it, obviously. But if they don't, they're happy to get... I mean, one, they scale really well, so they just... This game goes long, that's fine with them. But they're also on soul points, so if they can wait 4 minutes and get Chemtech Soul, which is unfortunately the worst soul, but the tenacity and the heal and shield power does benefit them. They got the Warwick, who doesn't want to get locked down and benefits from the heal and shield power. Soraka's benefiting from the heal shield power. So, I mean, even Ahri passive heals a bit when she's killing people and farming, so... She doesn't hate it, and the tenacity's just really good into the Amumu, Ashe, Braum, and Heimerdinger a little bit. Doesn't help against Yone, though. He's all knockups. Yone is 100% crit, has the shield bow as well, so he shouldn't get fully one-shot. He is... if he can make an advantage in the side lane, he's got teleport up in a little bit, but it's down right now. I don't know if they know. Really nice poke onto the Soraka to stall out anything that they might want to do there, but not able to turn it into a kill or anything. I think Heimerdinger, maybe it wasn't up, but I think Heimerdinger could have just ult W'd and Soraka would have died, I think, but maybe it wasn't up. And I also don't play Heimerdinger, so maybe he couldn't do that. Spots out the Smolder, who aggro's the Baron to hit Braum. Just a silly little guy. Game kind of slowing down right now, but like I said, that makes sense from the side of ABW. They are happy to just wait out and get this soul, so they are cool with it. Uh-oh. Heimerdinger potentially caught out, but it looks like he's fine. But yeah, Sadu did pick up the Spirit Visage third like I was hoping, so he's kind of probably Thanos at this point, barring Yone beating him up. Oh my god, the Yone is not balanced. Gets the Ahri ult and flash for his ultimate. He's got inside track now. Ahri can't rotate over, no teleport. I thought she ulted, maybe she just has one charge left. I was going to say it doesn't look like it's on cooldown. He might overstay, but he does snap back. He's got to be careful here. Oh, really nice ulti from Warwick. He's probably dead. Oh, nice flash, but Warwick follows with the hold Q. Unless he can get... Yeah, no, really well done by Saw, dude. For those who don't know, Warwick's not as popular these days. His Q is a chomp, does damage, I believe, does a flat amount, and also a percent of their max health. Heals them for a good chunk of that damage. Just like chomps onto them, like a little dash onto them. But if you hold it, you will follow and dash through them. And that includes... if they flash, if they teleport, whatever. If you time it right, you will literally follow the blink, you'll follow whatever. So that's what happened there. Yone flashed away, but Warwick had smartly held the Q and followed the flash. Very, very frustrating mechanic when it happens against you, but well done. Well, good timing. This should be a Baron take. Yone is up in 5, does have teleport. It should be dead before he can get there, but they are kind of stalling their damage now, but yeah, I mean, they're going to have a chance to fight this now. The fight is going to be a little rough because Yone has to show up late, and that was high. Oh, no, Yone's doing good damage, but he gets charmed, and he's going to go down. Nice attempt from the side of LS, but, you know, they're just getting outscaled a little bit here. That Jinx is so strong, Smolder's strong. Warwick's just been going crazy all game. They are just going to go for the... I think they could have Baron there, but with Warwick being dead and a couple people being dead, the soul is pretty guaranteed, so I definitely don't disagree with just going for the... especially when you're on a comp that has no danger of being outscaled, it's perfectly good to just be going for the safe Soul, because off chance they steal the Baron, that's like the one way you probably lose this game at this point, barring, you know, a few mistakes, you know, a few consecutive mistakes. So worst case, if they were to coin flip and without their each, you know, since both junglers are gone, worst case, if they get the Drake, they're on 2 Drakes. But if they get the Baron, yeah, that's a huge swing. There's probably objective bounties and yeah, then just the Baron gold itself, the pressure they get from that. Smolder Gaming, indeed. Which I'm not doing my due diligence. What is the 354 stacks on that Smolder? That's crazy. I mean, I think that's like relatively normal, but it just feels bad. Champ's crazy when it gets execute. LS trying to siege up here. Ahri's bot lane does have teleport, though. They're going to have to either pull the trigger on something quick or respond to Ahri. They don't have any teleport. Well, they have the Amumu teleport, I guess, who is probably going to die to Warwick here. Oh, really nice arrow, but... okay, no. Ashe does have Executioners now, so... But I mean, even with Execution... Oh my god, the beautiful ulti from Yone. Going to be able to pick up both of them. Doki's in there. Mpeg's living, though, because Yone has to snap back. Doki goes down. Mpeg's resetting, getting excited. Braum blocking it. Zap misses, but Ahri's coming in with ulti. Teleported in. Yone still full HP. Has the... Oh, does get charmed, but honestly, might be fine here. Still has the shield bow. This might actually be a good turnaround here. Oh, but not able to pick up the Jinx. If he's able to take out Jinx there, I think he might be able to turn it. But Zap lands. Barrier not enough. Really well done by ABW. Picks up the ace. Warwick was running to Baron, but they realized that at the very least they can inhib then Baron. But yeah, I don't know if it's an end. They don't have a huge wave, but another wave's coming. Yeah, I think they'll probably just inhib in Baron, which I think's fine. I think there's a chance where you can end, or you could probably get... Well, sorry, they're going to inhib then Wolves. Sorry, they're going to inhib Wolves blue buff, is what I was saying. Now they're going to Baron, which I think still works out because the death timers are long enough. So it's perfectly fine to take those. Well, I shouldn't say perfectly fine. I think it's fine to take those Wolves in the blue, but I think the tempo of just getting on the Baron and hitting it is probably better. It obviously works out, and I could just be wrong on the timing, but basically you just don't want to... They're not going to get back in the game because they got those Wolves, but if they have a chance at a random... you know, Baron steal because Doki's able to get in there in time. That's the only way they get back in the game. So I think you just blitz the Baron down, but obviously it worked out fine, and they might have just knew the timing was good. Yeah, Bunnyku, goated beer league player. Does not play enough ranked, casts half the games, and refuses to elaborate. Also, pretty goated at TFT. Also good at getting pentakills on ARAM while alt-tabbing Deadlock. That's big. Yo, what up, Andrew? Oh, Yone going. Might be able to pick up the kill, but Charm comes out. Does get dodged, but enough to buy time. So trade of ults. Ahri ult should be pretty low cooldown at this point, though, with Malignance in Tier 3. We're going to ignore that I got a lobby invite, meaning the game's over. I think it might be LS turns this one around in the next 3 minutes, if I had to guess, was what that noise meant. I cursed fire on matchups versus Rahi previously, so you know my curses are S tier. Damn. Yeah, I'm 2 for 2. Thank you for your curse, good sir. Bunny would be too powerful. Probably like the first 8-pointer. 1 point for every cast per week. GG's coming out. Game 1 goes to ABW. Very well played. I wonder if we'll ever get JoJo off these infinite scaling tops. Probably not. Probably shouldn't. Let's get into lobby here. Yeah, no, I mean, it's something where I normally do it if I remember, but the problem is I have to remember. You know how that goes. Should be off now. Don't let him play set. Ban JoJo's set at all times. I think it was banned that time. $900 Slime said I lagged. I was DDoSing him, so that makes sense. $900 Slimes really needs to step his game up to justify that forecast. I mean, JoJo's solid, and Smolder's a tough champion to punish, especially when you're like Heimerdinger. And they did have counter pick top, I believe, and they saved it for Smolder, which is like a safe pick. But yeah, I'd like to see him on something with a little more, you know, capability of creating a lead. I think Heimerdinger's a little silly guy. I think that's fun, but I don't know if it's like what you need. But also, that could just be results-based bullshit coming from me. Looks like they do swap sides here. Oh, I guess I didn't fully fix this, but whatever. This is also incorrect now, but I don't. Whatever. It's... All right. ABW readied up, so we're just waiting on LS to ready up. Let's see, any changes you guys want to see from draft? I don't think Heimerdinger's bad, but I think there's a reason it's not like a popular pick. It's tough to like, I don't know. But again, I don't play him. Like, I could just not understand. I just might not get it. Oh, Slime's left the lobby. Well, actually, I don't know. I think he might just be disconnected. Oh, he might actually just... He did say he's lagging, so... Shows him in there still, but said he left the lobby. Yeah, more of a cheese than an actual pick. Like, that's, like, partially true, but, like... I mean, people can climb on Heimerdinger, and it's even... I mean, bot lane, it's gotten pro play, but, you know, years ago now, but, I think it is, like, a little cheesy for sure, but I think, like... I mean, the champion's, like, fine. People play it. I don't know. It's not something I would want to play if I was top, but, like, I don't think that means it's, like, bad. It's such a weird champion that, like, I don't know. I think it's fine, but I think it's one of those things. It's like a Lowy, where, like, your team has to know how to play with it too. Like, you need to know how to play it, and then your team kind of needs to play it optimally. Your team kind of needs to know, like, okay, I'm gonna just be kind of doing my thing in a side lane and top specifically. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't think it's like cheese. I mean, yeah, a little bit for sure, but like I think the champions and Ben's right. Like against engaged comps, Heimerdinger can for sure. Like I don't know. The turrets are crazy, and if you set them up, you get the stuns, you get the rockets, you get the lasers going. Can for sure do a lot of damage, and can kind of dissuade engage comps from going in. If someone's able to tank for Baron, you can legit 20-minute Baron with 3 turrets and the ulti turret. As long as someone's tanking it, it gets shredded normally. Unless that's changed now. I remember that used to be a thing when you'd see Heimerdingers where it was just you would immediately just like have a tank it in 20-minute Baron with your turret set up. But I don't know if that's still a thing. So I think it is, though. I don't think I've seen anything saying, like, Heimerdinger turrets do reduced damage to monsters or anything. And we are just waiting on Slime's DC'd, so just be a little bit. Maybe, hopefully. I have no idea, I guess. Just making shit up. Well, let's see. I can pull up. Do I have their last draft? I can pull it up. You don't mind Heimer top as a counter, but you can't blind pick it. Too many champs that either happily farm against him, Nasus and Smolder, or invalidate his turrets, Mordekaiser. Yeah, that's where I'd agree more. They didn't see top lane and they had picked it, and that's where I think I'm more in the same boat too of like, I think he's got value, and I don't think it's just like strictly a cheese pick, but I don't think you want to blind it. I was a little like, which I mentioned early in that game, like, I don't know I don't know Heimerdinger Smolder top matchup. I'll just throw that out there. I don't understand. I have not played that matchup, but I felt like Heimerdinger couldn't pressure Smolder enough, which sucks because then Smolder just hits the point where it's Smolder late game, free farming, and that's obviously not great. They do have red side. If 900 Slimes reconnects here, they have red side, so they could save it for a counter pick top if they wanted. For better or worse, Slimes is an absolute chef. He's always cooking. We might see an AP Xin Zhao. We might see Heimer again, Alistair top, Blitzcrank top. And some of that stuff is like bordering on grief. Sometimes it looks like it, but then other times like, I joke about it, but like, I love Slimes to death. But like sometimes I'll joke because it's like I've seen the AP Xin Zhao go like 1-13, and it's like, okay, well that was terrible. But then there's times where it's like, he wins that coin flip, and the AP Xin Zhao's like 14-1 and just carries the game. So he can do super good with a lead. So I'm kind of curious if they give the counter pick to Slimers or Blue Metal. Both good League of Legends players, both really good at the lead. And I think both of them. Nick's got a really good champion pool, and I think he's willing to play just about any style. So I think he could really benefit from having an R5 if he wanted it. I think he could also R3, and like he's got plenty of stuff where he'd be fine for sure. So if he wanted to go that route, but he could benefit if there's something that he wanted to pick that he thought might get, like if he wanted to play the Yone again and he's worried that it's going to get banned out or whatever. You could pick at R3 instead, and let Slimes cook up some sort of R5. Let me pull up their draft from game 1 while we have time. Alright. So for anyone who wasn't there, this is the draft from game 1, but the sides are... I'm not going to flip the sides again. I don't want to do all that. So left side was LS, right side was ABW. ABW or LS is missing their round 2 bans because they had a universal sub. Well, Doki, who's on a team, he's a captain of a team, but for this case, it'd be a universal sub because he's not on their roster. So a universal sub with less than a 24-hour notice. So it is unfortunately a loss of both second round bans for them. So they are playing with a bit of a disadvantage, a last minute sub, which is tough on the team in the first place, and then losing those bans, which is rough. But this is what they cooked up, and I think it's perfectly fine on both sides. Again, I don't know if people will agree with me, but the only thing where I am a little like, I don't like it, it might just be a comfort thing, but when you see Jinx Soraka, I don't think Braum makes sense. I think Braum Ashe is a good combo, but, and again, anyone correct me if I'm wrong, if Andrew's still in chat, he's a support main, so but Braum really is like really good into the other melee engaged characters, Leona, Nautilus, whatever, where they want to go in and you just kind of soak any follow-up damage and you help run them down when they try to leave with your slows and your stun. So I think the Braum was a little weird. I think it was fine, and they had a really good level 1 to get Ashe to first blood. I also think Ashe should have immediately recalled after that first blood. Bot didn't. And then I think these two shouldn't leash. I think they should go into bot lane bush closest to the enemy turret, fish for volley with a volley into a follow-up Braum Q, because they'll be slowed by volley. If that lands, you can walk them down with the Ashe for the stun, or possibly get a flash. If you get Soraka flash early like that, can kind of bully her more. So I think that could have been something they adjusted after that nice early game. Maybe ban Warwick, because it is just such a comfort pick, and he showed, even though it's not a beer league champ, technically, like, it's not a competitive champ. Beer league isn't pro play. I think that's something that, like, which I think was cool. Trevor's team last season kind of showed with being a bit fearless in their drafts. I mean, we're not pro players. You can kind of just pick comfort, and it doesn't need to be perfect. I mean, obviously comps are important and can help, but like, if it's just like you're good at the champion, like, people are going to make mistakes a decent amount because the average is like high plat. So, I mean, I make mistakes all the time. I just hit Diamond 4 for the first time, and I still mess up all the time, so I still leave openings for people to punish me, do whatever. So it's like, you don't need to be playing the perfect comms. I mean, pro players make mistakes all the time, so it's like, yeah, you can play whatever you want. So I think the Warwick, he knows how to play it very well, so you can definitely play stuff like that, and I'd like to see more teams delve into, like, even though it's not a comp pick, it's just good for them, and as long as their team can draft in a way that makes sense to incorporate that pick, I think like the Warwick makes a lot of sense here. He can be like pseudo frontliney with the Soraka, and I do think Ashe should have got heal cut earlier because it's the best applier for Heimerdinger's a good applier, but not going to be grouped all the time. So I think if Ashe just legit gets an Executioner's like probably as early as possible, because you're laning against Soraka into Warwick jungle exists. Just get an Executioner's right away. Ashe is the best applier. That's not Heimerdinger, and might even just be better than Heimerdinger, and will almost always be grouped. So Ashe gets that early, you're able to pressure a little bit better. But I think even then, that Warwick just played really well, and even with Executioners on him, could tank up with that, Spirit Visage Soraka helping him out, and with that early lead he got from just playing out of his mind, being everywhere. Legit, in the first 11 minutes, had like, I think it was 9. It was like 80-something percent, 90-something percent kill participation. Alright, let me get caught up here. AP Zen in my nightmares. Yep. Late Night League. Yo, what's up, S-Doc? How's it going, brother? Braum Ashe, good lane. Yeah, it is a really good lane. Like, I won't deny that. But I think it doesn't make as much sense when you already see the Soraka Jinx, because, like, Braum is kind of disengaged, and he's really good into melee. So I do think it's a good lane, but I would disagree that it's like, you see Jinx, Soraka, you should pick Braum. I don't, and I could be wrong. I'm not a support player, but like, I think I wouldn't want to pick it if I saw Jinx, Soraka. Can I ask this though? Would Rakan have not been better for that comp against Soraka and Jinx? I think Rakan would have been really good, or at least decent. Let me double check, make sure I'm not... Well, I guess one thing can be rough for Rakan. If Jinx is on top of it, sometimes she can drop down chompers when he W's in, and he can get kind of stuck on his engage, and then Warwick can kind of make it tough later with like a Fear, Ari Charms. So I can see Rakan being a little tough, because he is the missile. He's going in. He's got to he's got to jump in. So I don't think Rakan would be bad. I think it'd be fine for lane. You could potentially get stuck, but if you get rolling, it'd be good. And again, I'm not a support player, so definitely take my opinion with a grain of salt. Your Iron 1, yeah, that's fine. doesn't mean your opinion's any less valid or your points. Yeah, I don't know, it's good to talk about the game regardless too. Like, I don't know. I think anyone, regardless of rank, can like understand the game. Like, it's not like you have to be challenger to like theory craft and think about the game and understand why things work how they should and have opinions. I definitely hate that when people are like, anyone that's not masters should just not have an opinion basically. Let's see. Rakan fine too. Yeah. Like, I definitely think he's good follow up and stuff too. But I already spoke on why I think he'd maybe struggle. But I also think he could do fine too. Rakan's got enough tools too, where like you could W in, and unless Jinx is super on top of it, you should probably be able to like walk around the the chompers and E back potentially. But I'm not familiar enough with that matchup. And if someone's going to be on top of it, it's probably Mpex. He's a super good player. Slammerjack said, Jeff has said it a few times, but I'm really surprised that no beer league team has found a way to abuse split pushing. Do you mean abuse split pushing in that they're doing it, or abuse teams that are trying to split push? Because, which I've been around since season 2.5 or whatever, but definitely seen teams abuse split pushing a lot. Maybe not as much last season or the one before, so I guess it makes sense if you're thinking that, but I feel like Jeff would have seen a good amount of split pushing in the league. He's been around for a few seasons. Yeah, like Zach, or like Andrew's saying, Zesty, you see that Zach has. He's in chat too. Zach he's known for that. Like, people spinning on a Nexus, no one's ever done it like him. Also, hey Zach, well, whatever. That should, whatever. I was Wisconsin, or maybe you're not there yet. Maybe it's this Sunday. But how's moving going, or how's getting ready for that? Play Blitz, someone's mother. Yeah, for sure. Comfort. I'm never going to deny comfort, just like the Warwick, right? Like, is it always going to be like, or is it ever going to be like best in slot in a competitive put together draft? Probably not. But like, if you're just crazy on Warwick, like, who cares if Hecarim would have been better or something? Like, if you're going to perform like that on Warwick, just pick Warwick. Like, it doesn't need to be the best champion on paper. Like I was telling my team, like, yeah, on paper, whatever champion's probably better, but it's like, luckily League's not played on paper. It's played on the Rift, so it doesn't really fucking matter what's better on paper. Like, within reason, of course. Like, drafting's important, but like, also player competency on those picks is important. No team does split pushing strats to win. Hasn't really happened since I've been here. Yeah, you've only been starting for, this is your third season, right? Zach is literally like goated split pusher. Like, people would very often complain about it. It was often his team's like sole win condition, or at least one of their primary win conditions. He was memed on for just completely ignoring his team for a few seasons and right-clicking buildings. Like, it was literally like Zach would get memed on, but it would work, and he'd just keep doing it because it would work. But people would meme on it like, oh, it's just legit, just sit in his lane and keep going. Oh, looks like they're gone. Alright. Oh, I suppose my client, I turned the sound off to avoid spoilers if the game ended and I got invited to another one. So I'll get caught up here again, sorry. Looks like Jojo does get his set, but he B1s it. So we got Cho'Gath ban, honestly similar bans from ABW. I think actually all three are the same. Yep, Cho'Gath, Fizz, Aurora, so they don't want to see any of it. But LS bans Jinx, Smolder, Soraka. I think that's very fair, especially knowing that Danny is playing. That's a really good ban. The Ezreal Lux lane can be brutal if you, you can get poked down really bad early. Sivir does have her spell shield, which helps a bit. Black Shield helps a little bit too. And then you got Blitzcrank. Oh god. Wait, no. It could be Morgana like jungle or mid, but it also could very well just be Blitzcrank top because it's Slimers. It is. Now hold up. Hold up. Level 6. Set gets his big ass W Haymaker shield, and Blitzcrank just ults that shit and gets rid of it. What are you gonna do here? What do you do? Chessmate. You're done. No extra bans round 2 for LS. Shen ban coming over from ABW. They don't know Blitz is probably. I don't know if Blitz is actually top, but it's definitely possible. All right, let's see. Moving went good. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Beer League throwback. We had Bobby Joe Green on Eternal York every game. Yeah, yeah. That stock knows. It was Beer League used. I swear Beer League used to be like like 3/4 of the teams would just split push. I feel like IQ 2 times Enchanter comps would hate split pushing. Yeah, we would. It was that, but it was also like I think we were doing fine with them the one season until until we had a roster change right before playoffs. That season we were like running Enchanter comps, but we were also like Tom would be on like Camille top and stuff, and barring Zach's Mordekaiser game that one time, it was going pretty good on the split pusher type things like Camille. And I think that's when Graves top was solid. Um, let's see. Please Cooper Blitz. It's looking more and more likely. Um, they're copying you. You have Blitz and ARM right now. They are literally looking at your ARM game. All 10 champs are going to be the same. It's been so long since I've seen it. Yeah, like I said, don't let him cook. He's certainly cooking if that's him. Genius, chessmate. Oh yeah, dude, chessmate atheist. All you have to do is make Cooper pick Blitz top. His first pick set. Yeah, I mean, legit free win. Like I said, you just remove the W shield with Blitz alt. Felt like one was the OG team fight team. Anyone want to bet channel points? Could start a bet. Yeah, if someone wants to start the bet, I don't want to do that right now. I'm too busy yapping. And there's the Mumu Xerath. I like Xerath. ABW's got a pretty solid comp. It's a little. I think it's still good. I like Xerath and Deluxe both with CC like a Mumu, and a Mumu amplifies magic damage. They're a little magic damage heavy, but I think Ezreal set make up for it decently. Still maybe a little bit magic damage heavy. I could see them struggling a little bit if people start getting tanky. But I do like CC with Xerath and Lux a lot. If someone CCs them and Xerath can just light him up, it's so good. LeBlanc. I think LeBlanc's a decent R5 here. I'm trying to think of who really can do anything to her. I mean, I guess like if a Xerath stun lands or an Amumu Q lands or something, or if you have a bad flank and get caught by set, but like LeBlanc's, it's kind of tough for people to interact with her this game. I mean, they don't have any like point and click CC or anything for her. I mean, again, set R, but you have to be pretty damn close. So that's a pretty solid pick. I could see that going crazy. Also, maybe it's Doki. No, you probably Udyr. Yeah, I think it's Blitzcrank top. That's awesome and based. But yeah, one was the OG team fight team. I feel like a lot of teams in Beer League were like, which I mean is normal because League of Legends oftentimes just ends up being a team fighting game. That's Alright, we'll just wait on this one. I feel like a lot of teams would do like team fighty stuff, but again, that's like a pretty common way to play League of Legends. I mean, one was like, especially the first season or two, whatever, it was like legit 3 meatballs every game at least, and you'd always have an Amumu, you'd always have like a Volley Bear or something, you'd always just be running in and, you know, using your 2-3 tanks to just team fight for sure. Yeah, in one sense they've moved to be more team fight over the years, but then like, which I think it is like, you know, obviously like you want a team fight for like objectives and stuff, so that's like why a little bit, but then you do see like these like super high end like LCK LPL teams, and a lot of them are just running like no team fighting champions. Like they're not going to run an Amumu or anything, they're going to run like Nidalee whatever, but they're just getting advantages everywhere, and they have 3 winning lanes because they didn't pick for a team fight, they picked for 3 winning lanes in a, you know, carry jungle, and then they just have pressure everywhere and invade, and It's getting reinvited here. I had to remake lobby. But obviously that's at like the highest level. I think at our level you can do whatever the hell you want. I think at most levels of League you can do whatever the hell you want. Most of the time in solo queue, unless there's like an abysmal pick, I just don't care. Like I'm like, we could have solo queue's so stupid. We could have like triple AP top, and I'm like top mid jungle, and I'm like, it's a clusterfuck every game, so it doesn't matter. Like one team's probably gonna have 3 kills by 5 minutes, so what's it matter if our damage profile sucks? I don't know. Obviously, I prefer it to not, but like I'm not gonna call it a insta loss or insta win if my team or their team's damage profile is wonky in solo queue. But it does matter a little more, of course, in organized, where you can like, ideally you're not, someone's not going 0-5 in like 3 minutes. I'm predicting. You literally can't bet against Blitzcrank top, so. All right. Your win rate picking Malphite against full AD teams is like 30%. That's how dumb solo queue is? Yeah. If that doesn't like that's exactly what I mean. Like solo queue, I mean, obviously like draft matters, but like it's pretty rare that any draft is going to be a free win in solo queue, because it just gets crazy. Get that nice spectator delay here. They're picking their stuff still, but I guess I can look at the prediction, but what are we thinking? I guess that's not entirely accurate because people could be getting different points there. Who do we think's winning? I think Blitzcrank top's winning, but you just hope both teams have fun. No, they can't. They're literally playing League of Legends, dude. I just realized Bradley's playing Xerath. That's cool. I feel like I haven't really seen him play Xerath much, but maybe I just haven't been paying attention. I think Xerath's a super fun champ. Real winners, the minions we killed along the way. Amen. You're running it so you can't predict? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they got Blitz top into Set, dude. What can Set do there? I don't know. Security's fraud. Yeah. It's okay. I'll start the next prediction, and you just all in, and I'll just pick whichever one you did, and then we'll just alternate. We're both mods. It'll be just free points forever. Assume I bet 75k on ABW. Free farm Jojo? Oh, I know. Sorry, I was confused. I understand now. You mean Blitzcrank is going to free farm kills onto Set. Yeah. Agreed. Let Jello commit fraud. Honestly. What up, Anime Twitch 47? How have you been? I think this might be the first message tonight. How have you been? What's up, Tier? Andrew, I might need to employ you to let the dog out while I'm casting. He is staring at me. If that's chill. Would I set these up or set the winner so Andrew can finally do one of these? I don't know. I don't know how to do the predictions. How you get them bombs by your name? Oh, it's the prediction, I think. If that's what you mean by bombs. You just gotta predict one of the teams. Can a bro get a bomba? Player of the week's Riot Freak. Forgot to mention earlier. Prediction ended? Oh, like you can't. It's not paying out, right? You just can't add to it. You won? Yeah, dude, whatever. Blitzcrank top is going to carry this. You're going to be embarrassed. They're going to level 1, they're going to go down, they're going to pentakill, all into Blitz. And then he's going to come back. BF sword. It's over. Alright, we're doing it. We're getting in game. Oh, I gotta finish or fix. No, this is right. This is probably backwards during the last game, but now it's fine. Oh yeah, Blitzcrank with a BF sword, dude. Are you kidding me? His E power fist, double damage on next hit or whatever. That's like that's 2 BF swords basically. What about a GF sword? No, I've been looking for one. Can't find one. Oh, dude, best viewers, mods, me, ban that guy. No, yeah, no, genuinely, Blitzcrank E is a auto attack reset. You punch them into the air, but it also does like just double your damage, double your AD. Assuming they haven't changed it, I'll double check when we get in game. But it used to just be double your AD. Way back, I'm a boomer, so I was playing in season 1 of this game, and way back in the day, you'd go like Triforce, Manamune, Blitzcrank. That was silly. That probably wasn't like best thing to do, but like people would do it and it was fine. Granted, back then people were doing like Tarek Alistair bot lane and Ash teleport mid and whatever. Oh, unable to download spectator data. Let's freaking go, dude. Good game. Also, loading my client apparently is struggling. Play more RuneScape? You thought what might be a thing? I was being serious about like Alistair, Tarek Bot, and Teleport Ashmid, and Triforce Man Immune Blitz, if that's what you are talking about. Like, that's like used to actually be a thing in season 1. Do you know what GF means? Girlfriend in? Dude, what the hell, man? Yeah, but now you could. Again, it's going to be like a trolley off meta thing, but you absolutely could. The problem with like what you're about to see this game, there is no problem with it. It's going to be perfect, and it's going to go crazy, and it's going to be absolute 1v9. But what can be a problem with Blitzcrank in a solo lane is he just like can't wave clear, he can't kill minions. He struggles to basically just interact properly. I think if they gave him a little bit better, like, I don't know, I don't even know. Also, his like Q mana cost, because of how good he is as a support normally, his Q mana cost is like absurdly high. So that makes it tough to be going like an AD Doran's Blade Blitzcrank top lane, because right now he's got 267 max mana. Look at this Q. 100 mana cost. You're using over 1/3 of your mana on one ability. And that doesn't work too great when you're trying to like trade and fight a bruiser up top. Except for this game when he one-shot set. Also, let's click onto this again. Look at this. Power Fist. Oh, okay, it is a little nerfed. It used to be just straight up double damage, but it's 180% AD and 25% AP now. But yeah, it used to be just 200%, double your damage. Blitz can't trade or farm, but other than that, he's a great selling. Exactly. Period. Blitzcrank can't do any of the things you want a solo laner to do, but he is funny. Power Fist plus GF Sword goes hard. Huh. True. 83 AD level 10 is Giga Chad, though? Or level 1. Yeah, that is actually... I guess 10 of it's from 62 base is still solid, but he did start Power Fist, which is already up to 149 and an auto attack reset, and it punches him in the air for a second, so... Dude, here it is. Here, check it out, check it out, check it out. Look at that. What other champion? Tell me, what other champion could do this? That's a crazy trade. Yeah, no, you're good. In my mongoloid ape brain, it took me a second to understand what was happening, but we got there. Oh, I should probably... I forgot this wasn't on directed camera. 1 second. Even though, I mean, this is what everybody wants to see, obviously, but... Is this not... Okay, it's on directed camera now, so now they just know this is what I want to see. Gank from Saw, dude, but it actually gets kind of turned around on him, though. They do burn the Sivir barrier, though that makes me realize that there's 3 barriers on the side of ABW. Both Lux and Ezreal have barrier, and Xerath has barrier. Xerath barrier is, like, relatively normal. Oh, Blitzcrank? Oh, but the missed Flash W! He actually might die! No. Blitzcrank's too strong. See? That's crazy, by the way. Set misses Flash W and still gets the solo kill against an Ignite laner. I feel like Blitzcrank top might just not be the thing. I love it, though. I just, I don't think it's good. Let's report this game for cringe. Wait a second. Did someone already say this? Ezreal no items? Is that real? Looks real. Maybe he's saving up for BF Sword. Doki is not wanting to fight the Amumu. The level 3 Amumu, and he's level 4 Udyr. He's walking away from it. Amumu left, though, but you kind of body Amumu if you're level 4 Udyr. And you're level up. They need the 14.19 patch where it tells you forgot. Is that real? Is that something they're going to do, or is that... Or are you just manifesting it? Look at this crazy trade, by the way. Legit unplayable for set. I might have to AFK and let the dog out. And just let directed camera do its thing. You want to cast for me, or do you want to just let him outside quick?
The time of man has come to an end.
Less funny, fair.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Andrew is a true hero. He's letting Tiro. Nice dive from JoJo, though, onto Blitzcrank, who is down half his CS and 0-2. We're waiting up. Sorry if it sounded like thunder. That was probably Tyr dropping one of his bones on the floor upstairs. He likes to do that. Blitzpick is looking real strong, yeah. I mean, the rest of the map's doing good. A little bit of a CS lead in mid, even bot lane on a lane that... It's tough to say exactly who scales better, but I think Sivir generally, I mean, Ezreal you have to be like really on it, which MPEX is really good, but you know, I think actually, did Ezreal get nerfed a little bit today too? He's been getting nerfed recently, but maybe not right now. Blitz did almost get set, but Xerath did in fact. Oh! Blitz almost pulls the grub. This isn't real. Oh no, bro is in his Joker era. Just running in with symbiotic souls, laughing at the enemy jungle as it kills them. Yeah. He might be going through it. He can't do that though, right? Are you saying like legit, like not allowed to, or like? I don't know if he's actually like. It's tough to say. I don't think he's like actually trying to grief, though. That last one looked mighty sus. Oh, okay, but man, I just don't think you can. I like you still lose this because that's not all. Oh, no, you don't. You don't lose that. See, best pick. Best pick. Is he feeding? Oh, for sure, but it's a question of if it's intentional or not. And I don't think he, like I said, the last death he had was a little sus, but I don't know if he thought he was gonna like bait something for LeBlanc or something, but it definitely looked a little grief, but I don't know if, I don't think it was like his intention. I'm gonna assume it wasn't his intention because he's a silly guy, but I don't think he wants to like screw his team over. He likes his fun picks, but I don't think he'd just not try. Let's see. I mean, I'm just gonna say, I mean, it's like, the gold lead ain't too bad, and they have a Drake, a good early Drake too. Just a couple of the grubs. Might be able to pick up the Xerath here, though it's actually gonna be a little close. Oh, the barrier, but he does go down. Doki picks it up. I think that's fine, because he would be able to probably throw off another Q, and it'd be close if it connects to LeBlanc, so... Obviously, LeBlanc would have liked to pick that up, but it's good to just get him for sure, and make sure you don't die. Great bounty on your laner, and then get said bounty. He's doing it. Yep. Bouse and Law. Whatever. Nice gank onto Set. You gotta be a little careful. He doesn't have ulti, though. He's gonna have a big W. He flashes, but he misses the center again. Uncharacteristic misses on the flash W's. JoJo's normally pretty on top of it. He does have Alaska ping though, so who knows? Oops, sorry. I think I hear that dang dog. Oh yeah. Real American hero Andrew coming in clutch. Let that dog out. And he is stoked. The dog. I mean, Andrew probably too, but... Alright, let's see. Drake getting started by LS. This would be their second one. Oh, nice. Was that a flash? Yeah, flash binding from Morgana onto the Lux. Catches... Is that... Not even a flash from the Blitz, just a pull, gets Mpex's flash. They should be able to pick this up. Mumu is on the grubs, but that will be... Did one of the... I'm confused. Okay, but all the grubs are up now. Okay, they must have got one in the first set of them, I guess. I wasn't paying attention to that. Also, I think I can zoom out a little bit. Honestly, for the start they had, it's going okay. I am still concerned about if Set's going to ever be able to match Blitzcrank in the late game, but we'll have to see. JoJo's Set's pretty good, but I don't know. Nice dive here, maybe? Was that? Okay. Oh, if he can double W? Oh, he doesn't even need it. Oh, bye. Nice teleport from JoJo. Probably going to pick up a double, realistically. Oh! Nice try. Gets a nice trade back. Really nice ulti on the Amumu here, getting LeBlanc low. If there's another Q, nice dodge with the W, but Blitz is here, but I don't think they want this smoke. Nice. Well played. Yeah, you have to play that really slow as LeBlanc, because Amumu Q lands, any Xerath ability lands, you're dead. This is going to be potentially tough for Xerath later. You got Spell Shield with Sivir, and she can get the team going really quick with her ult. Morgana Spell Shields. Udyr's just quick and can shield himself up. He's tanky. Blitzcrank's quick, has a lot of threat with his pull. LeBlanc's going to be looking for flanks. So they have a couple mages, squishy mages, that are going to have to be a little careful. Oh, big damage. That Triforce Q onto Jubilee there. At one of the big Ezreal spikes, once he gets that man immune, that's he's fully spiked, basically. Probably the strongest point for him in comparison to most other AD carries on 2 items. And he gets that man immune pretty quick. It's a relatively cheap item, but Triforce is pretty expensive, so that kind of makes up for that. You're going the wrong way, Blitz. Oh, but I guess he's got Doki coming. Oh, he does remove the shield. That's what I'm talking about. I think he... See, what do you do as set there? You have a big, fat fucking W shield, and then you don't at all. Legit hard countered. Oh, really nice binding, though, from Lux. Unfortunately, Bucci the Boo goes down, but... just from a nice binding from the Lux. That'll happen on those big jobs. I think I've got chat turned on. I think these teams just aren't chatting. Unlike me, I'm just a yapper. What's his playing set like a fiddle? And that's what I'm saying, dude. 180% damage on your E. You got Stride Breaker now. You almost have your upgraded boots. It's Jover. CS gap not growing. Nice happy feed on the volley or the the Udyr until Mumu just said nah and ulted and he got one shot. I mean Lux is dead because she's tanking. Really nice job to pull the Ezreal instead because Lux is just for sure dead there. Really well done by old Slimers on the Blitzcrank. Nice roam. This is what he'll do. So this is where it's like, it's not a real laner. Not really. Oh, nice trade. Does he have anything to follow it up though? No ulti. So, oh, but... Does he have ult? No. Nice. Flash Q returns to the W. Amumu's running. He does have a wave, so he's not going to be tanking turret. And he's on the run. Nice job. Slime's a gamer. The Blitz God, amen to both of those. Yeah, I'm telling you, when he locked in the Blitz top, I legit... immediate 1,000 points on LS winning. Okay, 200 gold bounty on the Blitzcrank. He's got moon plates now too. He's cruising. We are seeing some key item completions here. Leandry's on both junglers, however Udyr is up. Moon plates with Swifty, so he's going to be cruising around. Set's working on that Stride Breaker. Pause that thought. We got Udyr ghosting in, stuns the Lux. Lux does not have sums. Should go down, yep. Sawdude in there, but doesn't have ulti. JWM is in there, though, on this set. He's got ulti, he's got flash. At the very least, Doki's going down. Like I said, Doki lives this for sure. No, I mean, ult and flash are still up. So, I think Udyr should have been dead there, but... that's okay. Really, really well done by LS to turn that around. I think... But I get it. I get trying to save Flash and ulti because you think he's dead, but, like, I don't know. I think you want to clean up that kill fast. 300 gold bounty on the Blitzcrank. That's crazy. I'm looking at his gold. Okay, he's 300 gold bounty, and he's over 2,000 gold down on his lane opponent. That's awesome. Nice try. If that lands, at the very least you're getting a flash. But you could potentially get a knock-up and follow it up with the Morgana route before they can interact, so... Really good pick. Blitzcrank does not have teleport and he reset, but they do get the Drake, so it doesn't matter. This got to be the 28th meeting between Blue and Bad Zed. Oh, nice dodge on the Amumu ult. He tries to hold it for a second and able to get out of there. Really bad Zed going down. He's just stuck. I think he might have S-keyed. Sawdude getting cooked in the Cryo Phoenix stance. JWM, though, is just going crazy here. This is why he saved that ult and flash. Should be enough. Can Slimers pull? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the Blitzcrank diff right there, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Legit, you can't be one set, one Blitz is up. Baron's coming up in 20. This is where teams got to start playing real safe, or at least, maybe not safe, but smart around that. You don't want to miss macro and give a free Baron ever, or get picked and give a Baron. However, LS, 3 minutes, they could get a very early soul. And if they get a Mountain Soul, I don't know. That really hurts. Xerath poke, Ezreal poke, Lux poke, Amumu all in, Set all in. Mountain Soul could go crazy here. A really nice dive onto Mpex potentially. Gets the barrier. There's Udyr, gets the stun. Blitzcrank tanking. He should be fine. He's still got his passive shield, I'm sure. Really well done. LS extending the lead really quickly. I think they're doing great with it. This is what you need to see. Oh, nice ulti from Set. Does actually take the Blitzcrank, even though he flashed. He's going to get the big W, but you get the teleport in from Blue Metal. Trying to chunk him out, gets the Blitz pull. The hard counter strikes again. Jubilee going in, just lighten Lux up. Should go down. This could be Baron. However, their jungler is dead. They get the Lux barrier. She has no flash as well. That was used up. Jamie in there, and he's going to be able to finish her off. Well done. Oh, really close pull. Oh, but nice flash for the 900 gold shutdown on the Blitzcrank top. Oh, he's got Warmogs, he's got Stride Breaker, he's got the Symbiotic Souls or whatever. This guy's cooking. I literally said, don't let 900 Slimes cook. And they do this. Bro is almost 5 CS a minute. That's crazy. It's not cooking. Oh, it's... Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's not cooking anymore, because he's already cooked it, but he cooked it at some point. It's leftovers. The patch, I think, went through today, didn't it? Isn't this buffed? Yeah. Or changed, I guess you'd want to say. 5 less AP, 3 more Magic Pen, I think. And then Storm Surge got a good 5 Magic Pen, I think, and 3% less move speed, which I think works better for a lot of champs that want to build that item. I mean, move speed's super nice for sure, but like a lot of champs building Storm Surge, their whole point is they want to one-shot you, so getting the 10% reduction off of it from ranged champs so they have the full value, and getting an extra 5 Magic Pen, definitely like, oh, this is a rough spot for Mumu, maybe? I mean, LS is only these 2 tanks here. They're actually getting lit up, so Blitzcrank misses the pull, but Sadu might go down. Trades flashes. Jubilee cooking, though. I think they're going to be able to get Ezreal at the very least. Yeah, but they do shut down the Sivir. They got to be careful here. I mean, they might not be able to get this Drake now, and that would have been soul for them. We'll have to see. It's not impossible. I mean, Blue Metal is up and strong, but it's a tall task for these two to get in there and stop this. All according to plan. Yep. I like the Force of Nature on Udyr. You have 3 magic damage on the other team. Ezreal deals some, but obviously not that crazy against them. Giving up the Drake, I think that's the correct call in that situation. What's Sivir building? She has 2 crit items and now she's going Kraken or Shiv? Is that normal? I feel like if you already have Essence Reaver and you have Flicker Blades, you should just be going IE LDR, right? I don't know. Map the plays, play the map, amen. You're cutting into your World of Warcraft time? Let's ABW, let's wrap it up. Dude, this is going game 3, are you kidding me? Look at Blitzcrank. There's literally no way this doesn't go game 3. But also, are you playing the War Within or are you doing Classic? I just finally started the War Within. I have just not had the time. Been grinding League like a piece of shit and been busy otherwise, but trying to start it. Nice catch onto Jubilee potentially. The Stride Breaker to... Oh my god, he's goated. Stride Breaker's off the Banshee's Veil, the Verdant Barrier into the pull. That's crazy. Yeah, Kelp Smoker. So, if you aren't aware, in this season, You know, we used to do best of threes or best of twos in the regular season, but there was a poll and best of threes won it pretty good. So we're doing best of threes for the regular season for this season. So there can be game threes now. So that's kind of nice. I like when there's a definitive winner, both when I'm playing the game and when I'm spectating it. Books are calibrated indeed, S-Dog. Clip it and ship it. Yeah. That's a good call. Oh my god, a beautiful Amumu ulti. Just a huge wombo there. That feels bad if you're LS. And like I said, probably not going to be a game 3 on this one. But yeah. If you guys see anything cool watching these games, please try to get some clips in. I think it'd be awesome if people are clipping some stuff from these series, and I've thought about trying to do some like highlight content too, but it would be so much easier. It gets over half shot from the set W, but it would be a lot easier, and it's cool to have the clips easily available, and people can share them, and you can try to make some highlight reels out of them. Sawdude's legit gonna die to Baron, and now they can't do it. Well, oh, barrier! They can do it. The barrier goes crazy. Actually, barrier goes crazy there. Good on MFX to just know he can do that. Yeah, no worries, Kelp Smoker. Yeah, like, new change this season, and I'm a fan of it. Obviously, it can be tough if your series starts late and it does go to 3 games, but, like, in my opinion, if you're committed to 2 games, an extra one potentially isn't that big of a deal. If you're already going to be committed to 2 of them, I don't know, but that's my opinion. But it seemed like a lot of people shared that sentiment, so I'm happy with the change. I like having definitive, 2 O's or 2 1s. I don't like 1 1s. It's kind of boring, and it feels bad on both sides, I feel like. You're going to time walk through every expansion or until I get bored, then buy War Within. Not enough funds right now, but you're dying for WoW gameplay. When you want Classic, play Turtle WoW, and wait for Project Epoch to release. Yeah, I feel that. I wish WoW had a cleaner way to play through all of the stories, because, like, you can time walk, but then when you hit, like, current level, it, like, kicks you out of it, sort of, and you have to, like, go back. I wish you could just, like, legit just play through all the stories and, like, just have it be, like, you could set it up where the character literally is just, like, gonna play through them all in order. I don't know. Do some way. Nice catch on to JWM, potentially. Baron's already gone, so they don't have to worry about that getting taken. If they get I mean, granted, timers aren't quite there, but, I was going to say, if they get a catch, they can start looking at setting up for Drake pressure, but JoJo's still alive, and they actually got killed on the other side of the map. And I think Slime's... Oh, no. He should go down? No? I don't know what the Q cooldown was. I feel like a LeBlanc auto Q there might have done it, but I understand not going for it. That sucks. Really well done by ABW, though. Getting the pick, JoJo surviving, and that's like... Set just be doing that shit sometimes with the big old W shield and one-shotting someone. Like, some of these juggernauts, some of these fighters, some of these tanks, they like want you to go in and 2v1 them, and then they just kill you anyways. Yeah, so if you want to clip, basically while you're watching, on the bottom right of the video player, there should be an option to clip, and then when you're watching the game live, you'd click it around the time, but I think you can also, it'll let you go back too. But you click it, you find the thing you want, edit it quick, which is basically just picking the timeline, and then you create the clip, it'll give you a link to it, and I think it also saves it to the Beer League Twitch channel, and then you can post the link wherever, and it'll show the clip. Yeah, and that's basically it. And you'd like to cast a game, that'd be awesome. I'm happy to help get you set up. If you want to duo cast, I'd be happy to either sit in, or if you wanted to duo cast with someone specifically, just help you get set up so you can do that. Or if you just want to cast by yourself, happy to get you set up and rolling and help answer any questions you have. It's really, as you can tell by them letting me cast, anyone can do it, even if you just yap nonstop. Talk about how Blitzcrank tops the perfect set counter for 20 consecutive minutes and keep the cam locked on Blitzcrank for the first 6 minutes of the game on accident. Yeah, on Twitch. When you're watching, and also like when you're watching live, it should be there. And then also, I think anyways, and then when you're, like if you're watching the VOD, it'll be there as well. I can alt tab and check, but, well, I'm not currently in, oh. We're gonna, I don't know what was going on there. but the client was freaking out again, so we're not gonna do all that. I don't want it to give a spoiler here if it's loading up something. Alt X if you're on PC for a clip. That's nice. I didn't know there's a nice shortcut like that. Oh my god. There's that set juicy true damage center. Basically one shot's the Blitzcrank. The Xerath ulti's coming over the top here. Nice Zanya's to live for now. Mistimes the last ulti, and Bucci is able to get out of there. Nice job living. Breaks the arm guard, but that's worth it because you need everybody alive to defend this right now. Man, this is a bummer for LS when you're that one Drake off of Soul so early on and you just can't find it. Nice little trade there. Okay, a little bit of poke onto JWM, but I don't think it's going to stick. Also, Kelp Smoker, I can't remember. I don't think you're on a team this season, right? But you have been. I think you were on Free, or were you on... Or maybe you just played... I think you were. I can't remember. Either way, if you're friends with any team, and... Because there is casting requirements. Sorry, there's a fight going on, but I think it's going to be pretty one-sided. Hit with the wallet and down a member at this point, but... So, if you were to cast a game, teams have a set amount of casts they need to get in to be eligible for playoffs. It's just a way to make sure there's games get casted, which I agree with. I think it's a good choice. However, even though you're not on a team, what you can do is if you end up casting a game and you've got buddies on a team, you can give them your cast. So even though you're not playing that season, you casted a game for your friend's team. So it'll count towards their requirement. And it's looking like it's going to be a 2-0 from ABW. Very well played series. Nice try from LS. They are actually really coming... I don't even want to say coming back. I mean, it was a rough early start from Blitz, but they were really doing good. But very well played series from ABW. And I believe they are now 2-0 in terms of series. I don't know their last series score, but I think it might have been a 2-0 as well. So they might be 4-0 in terms of their games played altogether. Very well done. Looking like a pretty solid team, that's for sure. And this is with... Well, no, I think that... Yeah, Ryan's missing, so they didn't have Braum today. They had Danny filling in. Did awesome, though. Switched it up to really bad Zed mid, which I don't know. I'm guessing that's because of the sub situation, but I mean, he's a good mid laner, so I could just see them also just doing that. But C9 level... Yeah, I mean... Blue Metal is going crazy both games. Really, really good Yone performance. Really good LeBlanc performance. The team did great. Well fought. It was just, I mean, ABW did awesome. Laya's just really well played both teams, but yeah, good job to ABW for sure. And yeah, let's get that payout here. Obviously, LS won that one, so I'm going to win big. Blue Metal must have taught Sawdude 2L last season. Yeah. Looking like it. Alright, well. Suppose we will end the stream here. I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate Andrew letting my dog out midstream so I can keep yapping. Thanks for everybody coming in. It's always way more fun casting when there's a active chat, so I appreciate it, everybody. Alright, have a good night.